What's good YouTube, Ben here, welcome to the next video on the channel. In this one, I'm going to give you my next Steel Path viable build. This is Laetum. Let's get into this. Quickly before we get into the video guys, don't forget you can also like, comment and subscribe to show support to the channel. Don't forget you can also join my other socials down below like Discord and TikTok. And don't forget when I go live on YouTube, I also go live at the same time on Twitch. So if you want to watch me whilst I'm live but don't watch streams on YouTube, you can always check me out on Twitch. Let's get back in. Alright, so Laetum is one of the Zariman weapons, and I've only just got around to putting a build on this because I hadn't got any of its transmutations sorted. For those who are wondering what transmutations are, if you look at the right side of the screen, you will see the transmutations. So basically, the Zariman weapons can transform into an alternate form once you hit headshots on enemies. Now, that's where the crux of this build comes in. We'll go through the transmutations first, and then we'll go through the weapon build. So these are the ones I've selected. So of course you start with this one, which gives you its Incarnum form, so headshot to charge Incarnum transmutation, and then alt fire switches it back with any remaining charge. The first one I've gone for is Rapid Wraith, which is 20% fire rate. Then for third we've gone for Lethal Rearmament, which is on headshot 30% reload speed for 12 seconds, stacks up 3 times. For the fourth one we've gone with Elemental Excess, so plus 20% status chance, negative 10% critical chance. And for Evolution 5 is Devouring Attrition, which is 50% chance to deal plus 2000% damage on non-critical hits. So we're not going for a critical build, we are going for a status build. So going on to the weapon itself, we're running Hornet Strike for 220% damage. Of course you can swap this for a Bane mod if you want. I choose not to generally because I always forget to change them to the next available one. So because of that, I always use Hornet Strike just for more consistent damage because I will forget to change, but you can change that for a Bane mod if you so choose. Galvanized Diffusion, so for 110% multi-shot and unkill plus 30% multi-shot for 20 seconds stacks 4 times, it just gives you an insane amount of multi-shot. A Galvanized Shot for 80% chance, status chance, on kill plus 40% direct damage per status type effect on the target for 14 seconds, stacks up to 3 times. It not only gives you a crap to the status chance, but also gives you more damage on your status hits, which you're going to be hitting pretty much consistently. Lethal Torrent for 60% fire rate and 60% multi-shot, just adds a bit more fire rate and a bit more multi-shot, giving you really rapid fire. Pistol Pestilence for 60% toxin and 60% status chance. We've got Frostbite for 60% cold and 60% status chance. We have Scorch for 60% heat and 60% status chance. And I'm running Augur Pact in the last slot for plus 90% damage and then plus 40% energy spent on abilities as converted to your shields. I had trouble putting something in this final slot because I didn't know what to put there. The problem is I could go for more status damage, but that, whilst it adds up, I don't know, 90% extra pure damage adds up to a lot. You could replace this with a lot of different things though, for like more statuses, so in which case you could add like another toxic mod to increase the status on that. You could also, I guess, theoretically add stuff like pathogen rounds, but that, not pathogen rounds, sorry, something like Deep Freeze to give it blast, but there's no real point because our Exilus is taken, not Exilus, our Arcane slot is taken up by Cascadia Flare. So rank 5 on status, a heat status effect, plus 12% damage for 10 seconds stacks up to 480%. Now because of Scorch and because of our status chance being so high, you're going to be hitting heat procs constantly, meaning this is always going to tick up damage. Now when this is at max rank, this actually does more than Secondary Merciless, so that's why I'm running it. But if you wanted to run a different status other than heat, you could then run Secondary Merciless if you wanted to. Also in the Exilus slot, there's a couple of decent choices like Lethal Momentum or Pistol Ammo Mutation. Either one is decent, I guess. Trick Mag, I guess, is okay as well. Steady Hands if you want less recoil. I've just chosen not to put anything in there because 1, you don't really need to, and 2, I really couldn't be bothered to formal one final time. But to be honest, it's not really necessary at all, hence why I'm not doing it. But you could do it if you want. But that leaves us with 99.2% status chance, so you are pretty much going to always land statuses. Of course, we're running Heat and Viral. Heat to get through armor, and Viral to cut through health. So you'll find that you'll often slice through just everything because of those 2 statuses. But let's jump into the mission. I will show you what this thing can do. Alright, so we're here at Oxymoko in the Void. I'll quickly point out why we're here, as I always do. So we're here at Oxymoko in the Void because the Void is one of the latest game areas of the Steel Path, so you get the higher level enemies. Not to mention that here you deal with the Corrupted, So with the Corrupted, you're dealing with enemies with just health, enemies with health and shields, and enemies with high armor, giving you a more varied example of what your damage is going to be like. But now we've got that out of the way, let's jump in. So in order to charge the Incarnate Evolution, you need to hit headshots. Now it doesn't matter if you get kills with said headshots, you literally just need to land headshots. But as you can see, we just two-shot that guy for literally no cost. This weapon is ridiculously powerful. And because of the heat and viral procs, you are pretty much gonna... You could literally do one shot, and if you've procced viral, it will just take them out anyway. But our transmutation is almost fully set up, so... let's go ahead and just get 1 or 2 more enemies to charge it full. Might as well. Oink. Oh, apparently my aim is terrible today. Also, for anyone wondering what my Atlas build is, it is on the channel. It's the same as it was, I think, 2 years ago when I made that build, so... it's a good build. Like, he's just a tank with Bloom. He heals a lot. He's basically immortal if you're careful. Anyway, let's transmute. And now we just get a ridiculously powerful SMG. And it will keep transformed until you run out of ammo. So you get about 200-ish bullets. Which doesn't sound like a lot, but then when you realize that a couple of bullets will wipe out everything. Not to mention, the SMG on this also has sort of an area radial effect, which is really nice. So if enemies are grouped, you will more than likely take all of them out in one go, which is awesome. Like, with this thing, you don't even have to be that accurate, because if you're just taking stuff out, it works perfectly fine. Now, as per usual, I will stay in the mission till the Acolyte comes, just so you can see what you can do to Acolytes. But if it does take too long for the Acolyte to spawn, I will make a cut, because, of course, you know, I don't want you guys sitting around for 10 minutes waiting for an Acolyte to spawn, when I could just cut to it, and you can see what it actually does. But I will tell you if that has to happen. But as you can see, this weapon shreds through everything. Now, the one thing I love about the Zariman weapons is they kind of broke Steel Path, because, like, Steel Path before was a challenge, even with other weapons, but, like, it was never this easy. Like, I could literally run through this entire mission with just Laetum and be fine. I have got 3 Zariman weapons equipped. I've got Inodum in the melee slot, and I've got Fenmore in my primary slot, which all of them are stellar choices. Like, all of them are great weapons. The only other Zariman weapon I've not done yet is my Inodum build, which is the next build I'm going to be doing. So that should be in about a week after this video goes live, so stay tuned for that if you want to build for Inodum. The thing is, building up melee weapons for Steel Path is a lot easier than primaries, because with melees, 1, you don't have any arcane slots, and 2, it's just one of those things where, like, melee is already kind of broken anyway, it always has been. Because, I mean, before the primary and secondary arcanes were released, everyone just used melee on the Steel Path because of how powerful it was, and still is. Like, there is a reason why melee arcanes do not exist, because melee does not need another attack buff. It's honestly nutty. Like, I've done quite a few melee weapons, my favorite being Colossus. There we go, Viral's gonna proc, it's gonna take it out, there we go. Because the thing we've got is a slow Acolyte today. Sometimes the Acolyte will spawn in very quickly, sometimes it does take a hot minute. But yeah, as per usual, guys, if you want any specific Warframes or builds, let me know in the comments down below. There's every chance I've already done it, or I could accommodate with a new build, because I'm always looking for new stuff to build, and there's so many weapons in this game. Like, even just like a stupidly fun build, like a really randomly bad weapon or something. I was tempted to do a build for Dex Cyberus, because I know that that's pretty much a meme weapon in the Warframe community at this point. Like, at this point, it's basically just a meme. Like, no one likes Dex... Well, people like Dex Cyberus, but it's kind of like Waluigi for Smash kind of thing. Why is that guy glitching out so bad? Holy crap. Ah, there we go, there's the Acolyte. Right, I'm going to try to take out a few more of these enemies. We've got Angst. Okay. Let's just grab my Transmutation. Where is he? He's up there. Hello! Alright, well, let's just shred through his shields, and let's shred through his health. Oh, you're trying to jump attack me. That's not going to happen. Bye-bye. Alright, guys, so basically that's how fast you take out the Acolyte. Not very long at all. The Acolyte goes down pretty darn fast. But I love Laetum. It's such a stupidly absurd weapon. Like, it's just absurd how powerful it is. But in a good way, it's very fun to use. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think about this build in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, please, because you guys have been smashing it recently. Don't forget to turn on notifications to be notified of all uploads and live streams, because I do upload daily and I live stream most days. When I go live on both YouTube and Twitch at the same time. So if you like to watch live streams but don't like to watch me on YouTube, you can always check me out on Twitch if you prefer the platform. Don't forget to join my other platforms like Discord and TikTok down below. Don't forget you can also support the channel further by becoming a channel member from as little as 99 pence per month here in the UK, or about $1.13 American, and I will catch you guys in the next one.